Let's talk about a big trailer that came out this past week, which is Elvis. This is the biopic of Elvis Presley. This is from Baz Luhrmann, the director of Moulin Rouge and The Great Gatsby.
One of your favorite directors, right, Mike?
Not really.
You're a big Moulin Rouge fan, if I'm
a big Romeo and Juliet.
Really?
No, not really. But that was a big movie when that came out. That was a big movie in our, I guess, high school.
When you were young.
Yeah.
I remember that movie because that movie was even still like popular when I was in like high school. People like kids in my high school were still talking about that movie. Like, and that was like a whole decade later. I don't think people talk about it anymore. No. I'm gonna say right now, I'm not a Baz Luhrmann fan at all. I don't like any of his movies. I hate Great Gatsby. I mean, I want to love his movies, but they just don't work for me at all. But I've got to say, I like this Elvis trailer. Like, it's a very corny movie and stuff. It looks like a very kind of generic biopic. But I'm really impressed with Austin Butler's performance. Like, when they announced that he was going to be playing Elvis, I was like, why? I mean, that makes no sense. But I mean, you watch the performance and you hear him sing, and it's like, damn, this is pretty perfect. I mean, like, it almost makes you overlook how goofy Tom Hanks looks in the movie. Yeah. It almost makes you overlook. It does make you overlook how skinny and pretty they're making Elvis look. It doesn't matter because this looks like it could be a true like contender, early contender for the best actor. Oscar next year.
Wow.
And,
wow.
I
really?
think so. I think so.
Senator Kennedy has been shot.
Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis.
That's all right for you.
Tragedy, but it has nothing to do with us.
It has everything to do with us.
Rich, when you saw the footage of Tom Hanks in this heavy prosthetic, he's playing Colonel Tom Parker, the famous manager of Elvis, kind of a mean bastard type of character. What was your thoughts? What was your first thoughts?
Yeah, I was saddened by it. I was like going, what am I more depressed with, the accent or the makeup,
or the fact that he got COVID for this movie?
We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity.
But yeah, it's Tom Hanks. I mean, he's gonna change your mind eventually during the film. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But as far as Baz Luhrmann, I mean, I really liked some of the first episodes of The Get Down, which he did.
That was a good point. I did like the first couple episodes of that show. He did a good job with it.
This movie really seems like it's going to focus on the young Elvis. It's not. Well, I guess it does get to the Vegas Elvis.
No, it's his whole career.
Yeah.
They show him as an old man, and they show him as an old man with like fat makeup and stuff.
Oh, really? I must have missed that.
Peanut butter banana sandwich.
Oh, shit!
I'm excited for this movie. It's going to be a generic biopic, but look, I love Elvis. I really like his music. I love his music, and I think, and I'm even a big fan of the John Carpenter, Kurt Russell Elvis movie. And I don't know. I'm excited for this. I think this, while it's going to definitely be a corny, generic biopic, I mean, a great performance can make those type of movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin Butler is singing here. I mean, this is definitely him singing, and you know. You think back, I mean, Lou Diamond Phillips wasn't singing La Bamba, and I love that performance.
Yeah, I love that performance.
So this
and
could be Rami
Malek wasn't singing either, right?
No.
Who was it that sang? Oh, it was Rocket Man, Taron Egerton, Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
That he sang in that film, and Jim Morrison and Val Kilmer sang in The Doors.
Yeah.
And it's very rare when like the actors actually sing for these type of biopics, and I think Austin Butler is gonna, he's gonna be in that. He's gonna be with those guys. He's not gonna be with the Rami Malek. Even though Rami Malek won Best Actor, I think he didn't deserve it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and hopefully Austin Butler. I mean, he's the best Elvis since Val Kilmer.
You mean True Romance?
True Romance. No, what about Jack White? Walk Hard? Come on. Hey, look, fingers crossed that the next trailer doesn't have, Elvis singing a bunch of modern music, and because that's the type of crap Baz Luhrmann likes to do. Like, if you saw his Great Gatsby remake, it's like it's just an abomination.
But it is from his same writing team that's worked with Baz throughout his whole career from Strictly Ballroom on.
Yeah, that's why I'm not expecting much from the story or script. I think it's going to be very generic. But I like a lot of generic biopics.
Yeah, exactly. It's Elvis. I mean, if you could tell his story, then you could tell his story. I mean,
it all depends on this performance.
Yeah.
Get
a haircut, buttercup.
In that moment, I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero. He was my destiny.
I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley. Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready. Ready to fly.
The greatest show on earth.
Elvis has left the building.